Divide and conquer has always been the way to undermine the other group. In this episode, the other group I'm referring to is women. And this tactic has been used successfully on women for centuries. And we have all bought into it since we were children. So my question is, are we a threat to the male species? Was there a time when things were different? Because we know that some ancient societies were run by women. Maybe it was more prolific than we thought, and the masculine remembers this. Maybe that's why they continue to undermine us so that we are kept separated and keep hating each other so that we can never unite and remember our proper place again. But that's just a thought. Don't worry, this episode is not about taking over the world or making the male species subservient. No, in this episode we will be discussing the primal need that women have for coming together for everyday support that has been undermined since it seems like forever. Welcome to Rise and Transcend, your go-to podcast for personal growth and self-improvement. I'm your host, Michelle O'Donnell, and in this podcast, I'll share with you tools that have helped me deal with stress and overcome anxiety. Also, I'll help you shift your mindset so that you can shed those beliefs that are no longer serving you so that you can live a happier, more peaceful life. I'm so happy that you're here. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the episode. There are so many things to unpack here, so many angles and thoughts and opinions, but we are not going to have time for all that here today. But I do want to discuss how we as women can come together to start to support each other, not only in big issues, but in our everyday lives. Was there a time when women came together for support? Well, let's look back in history. We have all heard of sewing circles or quilting circles. Maybe you thought they were just that, and only that. Or was it something much deeper? After all, women of all ages joined the circle. And of course, women talk. So naturally, they would have talked and supported each other in their circle with advice on children, husbands, cooking, baking, relaxing, and much more. Was it their refuge? Do you think they had to call it something useful in order to come together? Since the beginning of human history, we have all been in a community helping one another to survive, to eat, to stay warm, to grow food, and preserve it. Also, we had help with child rearing, and the elders were taken care of also. Not only that, but helping you out when you are cooking or baking and you needed an ingredient. Did you know that even when I was a girl, my mom would send me to the neighbors to ask if they had any sugar or salt that we could borrow? Yes, that was once a thing. Neighbors helping out neighbors and the community. Can you imagine trying to do that in today's world? Beware is all I can say. Somehow, in the last few centuries, we have gotten away from that kind of support and community. Why do you think that is? Has it been beneficial for us or harmful? Well, I think it's been harmful. America likes to think that everyone could be strong if they wanted to. We have been taught that if you are suffering, that it's your own fault. And if you just try harder, you will achieve what they have. This backward thinking is part of the problem. But as I've said, there are many facets to this dilemma. But keeping everyone separated and fighting seems to be the best tactic so that we as a society cannot grow or evolve. When we are separated and fight each other, we think that we are alone and nobody else is going through what we are. We look at others and think, wow, they have it together. I want to be just like her. Or the shadow side of us comes out and we hate and talk nasty about other women we don't even know personally. We have so many negative opinions of women in our society that are even perpetuated by us women. Is it because we unconsciously see ourselves in them? The part of yourself that you hate? Are we trying to get on the good side of men and say, hey, I'm with you, so please like me, love me, marry me, etc.? Or, oh, I hate that bitch. Oh, she's a lesbian. She's evil. Women in power are evil. and this is to the delight of the male species. I suggest looking deep down into yourself and having the courage to see the truth about how you truly feel about yourself. Is it the other woman that we should disregard? Or are there benefits to women getting together and supporting one another? How can we as women change this? What steps can we take right now to support one another? Before we dive into this next segment, let's hear from our sponsor, Our Sanctuary, my monthly membership program that offers support, mindfulness practices, and tools to handle everyday life and stress. In today's fast-paced, stress-filled, technology-driven world, it's easy to feel disconnected from both mind and body. Our membership program is designed to bring balance back into your life, offering weekly themes, video messages, affirmations, tips, journaling, meditation, breathwork, and most importantly, a supportive community. Join my monthly membership program, Our Sanctuary, to reconnect, heal, and thrive every day. Visit my website at michelleodonnell.net/our-sanctuary. Can't wait to see you there. Welcome back to the episode, where we were just going to get into how exactly women can start supporting each other instead of tearing each other down. So think about when you were growing up and how things could have gone better if only you had someone that was there for support or advice. Was your grandmother your go-to person? I know it was for me. What if you had a whole community of women? Let me know your thoughts about this by sending me a direct message on social media or emailing me. I would love to hear from you. With the increase in stress, mental health issues, and the lack of support through society, do you think that it would be a good idea to restart some women's groups? You can start or join online groups or one in your own community. For example, my sister has started an online group for women by invitation only. It has been a chance to get together with family, friends, and discuss feelings, ideas, concepts, and supporting one another. There are grandmothers, mothers, and adult children of such. It's very therapeutic, and we learn from one another and really get to know them better. My challenge for you is to go out there and gather your tribe together. Not just your friends, but women in your family, your community, and of all ages. The maiden, the mother, and yes, the crone. We can all learn from each other and support each other. Believe it or not, the older women do have life experiences to share, and it's still very much valid. Well, why should you start one today? Well, here are a few ways that we can start supporting each other right now. Number 1, mentorship and networking. Share your knowledge and experiences to help others grow. In a group or a circle setting, there will be women of all ages that have experience and something to contribute in the form of knowledge or advice that could be very useful to others. Or some form of guidance could be obtained. Number 2, celebrate successes and transitions. Take the time to acknowledge and celebrate the achievements of the women around you. A simple congratulatory message can go a long way. Studies have shown that some sort of ceremony, no matter how small, goes a long way in our psyche to help us transition from one thing to another, such as graduations, weddings, and religious rituals. Number 3, provide a listening ear. Sometimes the best support we can offer is simply being there to listen. Create a safe space for open and honest conversations. Number 4, collaborate. Don't compete. Look for opportunities to collaborate rather than compete. Whether it's a joint project or sharing resources, working together can lead to greater success. Number 5, advocate for each other. Use your voice to advocate for other women, whether it's in the workplace, community, or online. Stand up against unfair treatment and support each other's rights and opportunities. Number 6, stop judging each other. To be of true support means to not judge the other women's looks, weight, hair, attractiveness, intelligence, or lack of intelligence, and recognize that there is an aspect of yourself in them that you are judging. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's long past time that we recognize what our actions are doing to not only us, but to others when we continue to have catfights of competition over a freaking man. Whether that's love, attraction, or just wanting to be part of the boys' gang. What a waste of time and energy. Women were once a powerful force, and we can be once again if we unite, form our little communities of women of all ages, and begin to support them, and vice versa. So once again, my challenge to you, as a woman, is to start some kind of group or a circle of all ages to learn from. Get support, give support, and come together in kindness. Remember, to change the world starts with one person, which is you. Let's make a commitment to lift each other up, celebrate our victories, and stand together through challenges. By supporting one another, we not only empower ourselves, but also pave the way for future generations of women. Remember, we are stronger together. Until next time, stay strong, stay supportive, and keep rising. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Rise and Transcend. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, comment, and leave a review. Keep your spirits high, your mind sharp, and never stop chasing those dreams. See you next Monday.